What is E2's call? You're probably back from Here you're going to be going over everything that was released in this NBA 2K Season 3 blog, as well as some of the other stuff, because we might not have gotten like the full collection from the Game Changers when they did release that stuff, because we're going to be getting pretty interesting. So start off, the King of the Court thing. I'm just going to read this because some of this part stuff doesn't really make that much sense to me. But yeah, we're just going to read this. So March Madness meets NBA in this new single elimination tournament style event added to our regular rotation. Earn points based on where you finish in your bracket and bonus points based on how much you win games by, and then proceed to a new bracket. Like other events, King of the Court pits you against the lineups of other NBA 2K Mobile users and features both progression and leaderboard rewards. We're excited to bring this to you the first week of Season 3. So that's pretty dope. So if we don't understand it, then we'll play the first week of Season 3. So, but I don't really, to me, I don't understand like how it would work. So, and it also seems like we're not going to be getting bonus stuff for having a complete like boost lineup in there as well. So that's the first thing. And then the next thing is like maybe like I'm assuming that they're going to have extra energy. So maybe this isn't as going to be like a pay to win leaderboard event as the Fantasy Finals and the Gauntlet is. So we're gonna see how this works. It's definitely gonna be an interesting event. But we're gonna see how it works more on the first week of Season 3. So yeah, it should be pretty interesting. So yeah, the next thing is we're gonna read this next part too, because this part should be pretty interesting for Season 3 as well. This goes over basically the event. So speaking of events, the rotation will be flexible as we learn which ones you like best. We made updates to the returning events, some of which are to reduce exploits and imbalanced matchups. Now, instead of the same order over and over, we're planning to vary things a bit based on the current theme and your feedback on the 4 events to start. They will each run once in the first 4 weeks. So I guess I'm not sure how our feedback or how we even give them our feedback, because I'm pretty sure most people who play this game don't really have Twitter or Instagram. So I'm not sure how they expect to receive the feedback from them. I'm just assuming they're just gonna base it off of those people, and maybe that's just like too small of a population compared to the entire population of people who play the game. So I'm not sure exactly how they plan on doing that, but it should be interesting. Maybe we'll just see less domination, or maybe domination won't be as ridiculous based on what we're reading here. So we don't know, but should be interesting. I'm assuming they're just gonna remove like a bunch of the group exploits in the chats and stuff. But yeah, the next thing, and for Season 3, so a whole bunch of redesign stuff. So we're gonna be getting a new redesign, a new soundtrack. I don't even have like the soundtrack on, so I don't even know how the soundtrack sounds. But we're gonna be getting a new soundtrack, updated jerseys. So I know a lot of people are asking for updated courts, and as well as the players that, as you guys already saw from that Brandon Ingram that they ended up releasing earlier this week. Was it earlier this week? It might have been last week, but at least you guys saw from that Brandon Ingram card art that was pretty interesting. So we are going to be getting that stuff. I'm really excited to see these updated jerseys, because I'm also wonder if we're going to be able to pick our own jerseys, because they might just throw like a Ram jersey on us and we just go in the game. But should be pretty interesting to see that. And then for the draft board, we're going to have more cards in the draft board and less standard gear key resets, and generally less gear key resets. And then the board resets can go down up to 3 tiers. So basically what that means, based off the example that they gave here, if we go over to the collection and we filter, okay, I don't know what just happened. Okay, they took me to the store. All right, if we go over to the collection and we try to filter it, so basically this amethyst tier, basically your board is going to be the amethyst tier, the ruby tier, the sapphire tier, and this emerald tier. And they didn't say that's going to be for all of them, but they did say that is going to exist in the game. So that should be pretty interesting. Honestly, I'd rather just have the gear key than in like an emerald card. So I would just like remove the emerald card to like, get a gear key. But yeah, and the gear keys really don't pop up that often. It's really not that big. I guess standard gear keys pop up pretty often, but besides that, and they did make an emphasis, say, particularly to reduce like the odds of getting standard gear keys, but standard gear keys don't pop up that often for it to be that big of a problem. And honestly, the board reset is like you're just getting extra stuff from playing the game, so I don't really see that big of a deal anyway. So let me know how you guys think about this. But the next thing is that we're going to be getting some new players. As you guys already saw, we got the Mono Ginobili screenshot a while ago, and we're going to be getting other new current and former players coming to the game and launch in foundation tiers and the first team. So the full collection that you guys, if you guys like watch the Game Changers videos and stuff, in the full collection, we might not have seen the full collection right there, because we only saw one new card, and they basically were looking at all the foundation cards, so we might not have saw the full collection. So definitely those might not be the full collection that we end up seeing. So, and we also have like one thing, some stuff I noticed from that collection is that there are, if the collection stays the same, then we're only going to have like 3 craftable cards for like everything up until the amethyst tier, where we have 4. So that should be pretty interesting. If you guys are wondering, the craftable cards for gold are going to be Trae Young, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert. The emerald ones are going to be the Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, and Al Horford at the center position. The sapphire will be shooting guard James Harden, power forward LaMarcus Aldridge, sapphire DeAndre Ayton at the center position. The ruby are going to be point guard Mark Jackson, shooting guard Victor Oladipo, small forward Harrison Barnes, and then the amethyst is going to be Kyrie Irving, Manu Ginobili, Anthony Davis, and Brook Lopez, with no small forward that we ended up seeing. So it should be pretty interesting to see the full collection, because it didn't seem like we saw the whole thing once we get into season 3. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking at see what cards are and stats were updated as we went from season 2 to season 3. I'm not sure if they plan on changing, because they did say something about that, but it doesn't really seem like they're going to be planning. They plan on changing, so it's going to be based on the upcoming season. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. But yeah, that should be pretty interesting as well. And then they said also they plan to add more legends from various areas of the NBA and future themes and tiers. So basically, tiers just means the foundation thing, and we might see like Manu Ginobili, like I don't know, but some type of theme later on in this season 3 cycle. And we're also probably going to get some cards in the first theme, which I think they said we're going to be getting some new cards that we haven't seen before in the first theme. So that should be pretty interesting as well. And then the mentors, basically the mentors are different than how they worked from the season 1 to season 2 transition. Basically what they're going to be is the best 500 cards in your collection, which is kind of OP, that are gold tier and above. The mentor strength is based on its tier and its power at the end of season 2. And we're also, mind you, we're also going to have only 5 lineups. So definitely what I would do, what I plan on doing, which I can't really change it that much because I already upgraded my team for this domination, but what I plan on doing is just keeping like generally all my pink diamond cards, but I'm going to plan on keeping like 5 strong positions, and then generally like everything else. Like I might only keep like 5 pink diamond cards, 5 point guard, shooting guard, small forwards, power forwards, and centers. And then for everything else, I'm just going to like use the pink diamond cards that I had and then throw it into those, obviously. And then for everything else, I'm just going to probably leave it the same. And then also make sure if you have a whole bunch of like collectibles, like let's go over to, can we see collectibles? I don't think we can see collectibles, but we're going to go over to the team real quick. We have any cards we can train them. All right, we're going to click on this. Udonis has them. So for example, try to get rid of all your bronze, silvers, and maybe even your golds if you want to. And then try also get rid of all your shoes as we go into season 3, because at the very least they could be used to train up like a gold card that you have that maybe you don't plan on using. And then same thing with the collectibles. If you can't craft anything with that, try to also use it to upgrade or train up your cards. And then I think maybe even the mentors, because the mentors, it didn't say anything about them carrying over. Maybe you want to use your mentors as well, even though it's really not that big of a train. But I'll try to get your max team. Well, not your max team. Try to get your max team for your top 5 positions, and then try to use everything else in your collection by the time season 3 starts. Basically, you have until the 30th to do so. So definitely try to do that. Maybe you want to even do it right now, because you don't want to have to like be on like a crunch when season 3 or when the 30th is here and the season's about to end. But yeah, the things that aren't going to be carrying over is the gear, the energy, the doublers, the collectibles, the gear keys, and sanitizers, as long with the head-to-head boost. So one thing I noticed about this list, they didn't include head-to-head fans. So it seems like our head-to-head fans are going to be basically staying the same from season 2 to season 3, which is it a big deal? I don't know. Maybe it's a big deal because we're going to be starting off with the potential of maybe getting super packs, because they didn't say anything about the head-to-head packs also changing. So we're going to be starting off with the already having super packs unlocked, but I think they unlock at a certain tier though. So we're going to see how that works. But yeah, and then for the cruise mode, is basically the only thing that's going to really be changing about cruise, is that it's going to get updated with equipment. More often than said, it's going to be dropping every other Tuesday, which is the second week of each theme. And we're also basically going to have the same 2-week cycle for the as we already have with when a theme comes out, we have like 2 events. So basically we're going to be having that as well. And then for the endorsements and crowns, if you guys were wondering what cards you guys are going to be getting from here, because there was some false information, but yeah, basically what you're going to be getting for the Ruby card is it says a 5-star LeBron. Basically, what I think that means is how you guys know how basically if you upgrade LeBron 5 times with or you max him out, and then that's probably what that means. I think that's what a 5-star LeBron means. But and then for the other stuff is for the Sapphire card, you're going to be getting a 4-star Stephen Curry, a 3-star Giannis, a 2-star Harden, and a silver Kevin Durant. I'm going to go and show you guys all the card art for these cards right now. This should be showing up on the screen. But yeah, I'm probably not even going to be able to get those cards because I don't have enough endorsements. I don't have a legendary gear card, so I probably won't even be able to get that stuff. But let me know in the comment section what's your season 3 crowns and endorsements looking like. But yeah, it's basically going to be the end video. Let me know something. Also, your thoughts on the news that we got today for season 3. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and peace out.